Welcome to the Empower Me Show with Pam Bright. This show is all about honoring you as a spiritual being having a human experience. You are here for a reason, and it's no mistake that you are here on Earth right now. Spirit has guided you to this very moment in time, so you could hear the messages Pam is about to share with you. She is a multidimensional healer, light language channel, transformation coach, wife and mother, committed to helping you discover the tools and practices to empower you to live the best life you can. You get to choose the spirit path you take. You can connect to the spiritual guidance already all around you. Get ready to live a fully empowered life. This is the... Welcome back to another episode of the Empower Me Show. I am Pam Bright. I am your host for this show every week from noon to 1 Pacific time on Transformation Talk Radio. I'm so glad that you tuned in. If it's your first time, this particular show, I do a lot of channeling of the masters that come through, whether it be from Jesus the Christ, whether it be Buddha, whether it be ascended masters called Sananda, or an angel, Gabriel, or any other angel that you love. I use crystals. Crystals often talk. I use sacred geometry, like you'll see in this beautiful lions or wolves tapestry behind me with the flower of life shape coming through. It's really all about exposing you to different avenues of spiritual expression that could be assisting you in your life today. And so what I do is I bring through the energies that I have been receiving through my spiritual awakening and through my spiritual journey. And then I share them with you, the listener. And I often bring guests on from week to week. This month seems to be my time to express myself to you on a regular basis, which is awesome. I love that. And some months I bring a guest every week. So it really depends on the energy of the time. And it will shift as we shift as a global humanity collectively together. And with that, I'm going to invite you, as I do every week, to come into this vortex of energy by grounding yourself into the center of who you are as a spiritual being having a human experience, because that is the name of the game in this lifetime, as we consciously really embody and own our commitment to being spiritual body and human body together as one. And so I invite you, if you can, to close your eyes. If you need to keep your eyes open because you're driving or you're concentrating on a task, then allow that to happen and know that you will receive exactly what you need during this time of meditation and reflection. And as I speak these words, I'm closing my eyes and I'm focusing in on my breath, my sacred breath that connects me, the human Pam Bright, to the energies of all of the creator beings of light, the highest light of who I am as spirit in body, and the beings of light that hold this world that we live in together. And so now I call on all of those beings of light that have chosen to
connect to me as soul and to Bright Butterfly Enterprises as a business of support to you in the world. And we also ask that the energies of the light beings that hold Transformation Talk Radio as a beacon of hope and inspiration and courage and love, we ask all of you to come together now into this space. And I invite you, the listener, to call on your creations of light, creations of courage, your creations of commitment to your spiritual journey. And I say creations because everything that exists in form has started as energy, has started as a thought, has started as a not so formed way of being. If you think about empty space in between the stars, in between the planets, in between human beings, in between words on a page, that space between things is still energy that hasn't been put into form. So as we connect into this empty space, this is the creation point. And so this is where we start our hour together on the Empower Me show, is asking for that divine spark to come in and guide us into these places of empty space, of creation. And we now anchor this in with the light and love of the Creator through sound, asking all masters, all ancestors, all angelic beings, all beings on every planet that serves humanity to come in now. Ana satara etara beyekiuna asare inamara de kiada badana yeu adada yeu ade dayamana enuna sanea anasena yei anasena yei anayeka idaba elotorana mamana ye nahitana yesunana eusana yenusana eunana seunana eunana meina babaitunana shenana maeu nanenu asaneia. We thank the Earth Mother for supporting us fully and completely in our bodies, being able to bring all of who we are as a soul incarnate in this body. We invite in all of our support structures that have been allowing us to be here and helping us on this journey. Anasa ena taki atarapaki itana batetu antasena matna ne ata ndedu ata it aya bubuye lata yetu dabaye anaye anaye naya bada. Allow those tones to go into your body system and anchor in the information that you need today. Allow it to reduce your stress if that's what's needed. Allow those tones to relieve your pain, whether it be physical, emotional, spiritual, relational, societal, mental. Whatever your pain is, allow these tones to assist you with release. Nataraberura dasaraba anda ekukuna makita antahita etutu anda itarama iki ayatunda setu anda yeki ha sarayi tanama ye nasara itanamakia. Nasara itaramakia. Nasara itaramakia. Ah, say. All right, so there is your transmission of light language for this moment. Knowing that as you receive this ancient language, your soul on some level remembers this language. And give your brain a rest in the figuring out of it. This is the time of history where we are living in the world of the 5D, the fifth dimension, going up to the sixth and the seventh and the eighth. So the third dimension was where many of us lived for a very long time, getting our survival needs met and wondering how we were going to survive this existence. And as we have grown spiritually, we have elevated our consciousness up the ranks, if you will, the ladder of spirituality and enlightenment. And now many of us are living in the fourth, the fifth, the sixth dimensions and on up or on out. Sometimes it's parallel to our existence now. It seems foreign to some of us. And it is what is happening. And so we allow these energies to exist and have their beingness and teach us as we need them to teach us. And as your doubt comes in and says, wait, I don't understand this, allow your breath to release that judgment and that fear and that unknowing. Nasariya. 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 And now you can gently start feeling your body again, allowing yourself to remember that you are spirit in form. And slowly open your eyes back to this moment. Welcome back. For some of you, you've never seen that before or heard these kinds of things coming from the screen. And I am so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that you gave yourself this time to receive. from my energy as Pam Bright, and also from the masters of sound and light that work through me for you, because it's all for you. Every bit of it is for you. As you tune in, it's for you and your expression on this planet. This is why I do this particular show. It's for you, because I love you. And I'm going to show you this again. I've shown many of you before. Back against the black, it is easier to see. It's a quartz crystal. There's two of them that are together. And so this is my reminder that I am in partnership. This is the year of partnership for me. Partnering with the divine, partnering with the people that come on my show as hosts with me, as well as special guests. And also it's partnering with you, the listener, and the watcher. Many of you watch the show live. Thank you for that. And some of you are listening as on a podcast. Thank you for that too, because you'll get exactly what you need in this time together. And with that, I'm going to actually assist us with the energies of today as I tuned in. I'm getting some information. This is from the Ancestor Spirit Oracle deck. I'll show this to you quickly. Isn't that cool? Lots and lots of fire energy in this. Lots of fire. And really ancient civilizations that have existed on the planet Earth for thousands of years that really have learned how to live off the land, listen to Mother Nature, listen to the earth, and listen to really the wealth of food and sustenance and ability to make clothing, and everything that we could ever need is here on this planet. So these cards assist with that kind of energy. And so I'm really loving this connection with these cards. And I'm just going to connect in with all of you that are listening, and all of you that will listen to this broadcast again at another time. And I ask for the collective cards that want to be known at this time. And they're reminding me to remind you that I've opened up this show for any live calls that want to come in. The number is on your screen. If you can see it, if you're watching me, it's 1-800-930-2819. Or if you're calling in and you're on the road, then you hear that number again, and we'll continue with that. And we'll see what happens as I connect in with these cards. And if you have a specific need and want a specific card for you, then definitely let us know that. Okay? Oh, it's interesting. We have a few cards that don't belong in that deck that I'm taking out. All right. So collectively for this group, what wants to come through? We have, okay, two cards have adhered together. So we're going to see what these cards say for you. Oh, nice. I love it. All right. So the first card I drew it's called Spirit Guides, which, guys, if you've been watching me for a while, you know that I'm all about connecting to your spirit guides. That's right. We don't do life alone anymore. If you're doing life alone and you don't think you have support, well, think again, because you do. They're waiting. Your guides are waiting for you to connect to them. And if you don't know how, then get some help, because guess what? It's available. human help is available to you. That's what I'm all about, folks. So if you want to really find out how to do that, contact me, okay? And I'll give you that contact information. So this is a wonderful, beautiful Native American here on the screen. I'm going to bring it close. And this amazing eagle that is with him, that really, it seems like he's walking, and the eagle is flying along with him. And if you know anything about eagles are not tiny. First of all, eagles are huge. Their wingspan is just, I don't even know how big they are, but they're big. You can tell from this picture. And what I know about eagle is that eagles oversee everything. It's like they're up high in the sky, like Great Spirit is. Great Spirit, if you were to look at, if we say high and low, but really everything exists simultaneously. But if you need a visual, think of Great Spirit as creator being up in the sky. Oftentimes we think of the creator God as up in the sky, looking down on us earthlings here on the planet Earth. And the eagle does that as well. So it's like creator, God, Great Spirit, and the eagle are one. The eagle gives us the view of the landscape, the big picture, if you will. Many of us are only connected to what's right in front of us, and we don't tend to be willing or even able to grasp that there's so much more to see around us. And we really kind of get scared about the big picture of our lives. So this actually gives us the opportunity and the invitation to ask Eagle to come in and assist us in our lives. I believe in having a spirit team of support with me, and I teach that to others. And so if that's something that interests you, you can simply ask, Great Eagle, I now ask you to come into my world and assist me in my life. I invite you now to come in and help me navigate to be able to see the big picture of my life, to see the big picture of the reason that I'm here, and feel the big picture of what I'm here to accomplish in my lifetime. It's as simple as that, folks. Just taking a look here. Okay. What else does it say? Okay. Insight, guidance, and purpose is what the eagle's all about. Okay. According to this particular person that made these cards. Now, you might have a different sense of what eagle brings as medicine for you. Allow yourself to receive that. Allow yourself to navigate through your life, receiving whatever wisdom comes to you from the great eagle, and allow that to be true for you. All right. The other card that came through, which is awesome, is the view of the medicine wheel. I don't know if you can see that, but this is a Native American medicine wheel. Okay, we've got the different quadrants of the medicine wheel with all the different colors and the stones. The Native Americans believe that every stone in the medicine wheel has a purpose. And it's very, very much about the life walk that we have every day, every season. So it's a great teaching, and I recommend that you look into that for yourself, of what those different lessons are of the medicine wheel. If you just type in Native American medicine wheel, you'll get that information. East my understanding is, and my teachings are that east is new beginnings. South is really about the child and innocence. West is introspection and calming, going within, hibernation, the bear. Then we go to the north, which is the wisdom of the elders. And then we go into the center, which is the center of creation. And so there's many more teachings along this pathway, but we also have on this card, we have a butterfly, which is my symbol for my life and my earth walk, and a feather. And so we have the feather as the reminder of flight, of connecting to the birds of the air, and also of the angelics. So many of those different teachings come in there as well. And so I invite you again to bring the medicine wheel teachings in. Allow them to support you in your life. It says balance yourself using direction, growth, and your life stages as a tool. So there's your cards for the collective on that, and so much wealth of information there. I definitely can assist you with delving deeper into these cards if you want me to. You can contact me at brightbutterflyenterprises. Outside of here. You can just type that in, and then my website will come up. You can also go to brightbutterflynetwork.com, and I will assist you as well. There are multiple ways to connect to me outside of this show. This show is all about you and empowering you to live the best life that you can with the tips, tools, and techniques that I have gathered along the way. And I bring other people in from time to time to also share with you what they have done and how they share their knowledge with other people. So we're going to take a break so that you can gather your thoughts, get a glass of water, use the restroom, maybe a bite to eat, whatever it is you need. And I will be back in a few minutes with you to hear more about what the wisdom keepers of the cosmos have to tell us. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the Empower Me show. I just got told to read you a little bit from this wonderful book called Bringers of the Dawn, Teachings from the Pleiadians by Barbara Marciniak. So this is my book that I've read for a long time. If you can't tell, I've got a lot of things marked on here, a lot of highlighted pages, a lot of this stuff, because this is like my Bible on earth, if you will. We say Bible because it's one of the Holy Scriptures that was given to us from the divine. And there are many of them that we've all been given as tools to assist us in learning about humanity, learning how to be human, learning how to be spirit in form, learning how to navigate these times of life. So this is my Bible right now. It's one of the many different books that I read to help me along my journey. And the chapter that I just got to, for those of you who have this book, chapter 21, your commitment to evolving in the third dimension. All right, so what does that mean? We talked about we're now in fourth, fifth, sixth dimension, right? Those different levels that we're evolving to. We used to be in 3D for a long time. Some people were even not quite sure about third dimension, so they went down to second and first. Many, many thousands of years ago, when we first started on this planet, we were in first and second dimension. Now we've gotten up to third dimension and beyond. So why why look at this? Why do we care about evolution? Why do we care about connecting higher? What is that all about? So it says the formula is quite simple. It is for you in the moment and every day to consistently set out with clarity what you wish to experience. How many of you have listened to this? That I've said you have a choice. You have a choice about how you want to live. You have a choice in what you want to create. You have a choice in your experience as an earth being. Perhaps what you want falls into a category of impossibility, according to someone else's boundary or someone else's limitation, or even your own limitation and your own boundary about what's possible. With a sense of observing, you get to say what it is that you really want. What makes you feel light and connected and alive? What do you desire that will bring peace onto the planet as you occupy your own being? You know, that reminds me of something that I have thought of multiple times, which is those of you who have had the challenge of, but what about this? What about that? What about this injustice and that injustice and this war that's happening and this this abuse that's happening and this famine that's happening and whatever it is that you've got a judgment about, this and that and the other thing. What about that? And it always comes back to, for me, to look inside of myself and ask the question, what is my part? What is it that I am to do about that? Is there something that I have been charged with, meaning that I have responsibility for, in either creating this situation or creating the solution to this situation? Because both things exist simultaneously. So the problem and the solution to the problem exist at the same time. Does this seem impossible to you? Think again. Ask yourself the question of, what is my part? What is mine to do about it? Because I don't believe that for anyone that they're not at choice. It may feel like there is no choice, especially when it comes to an abusive situation. Somebody's got a gun and pointed at you. You are without food and water. You're living in conditions that really don't support you, and your life is at stake. It feels like there's no solution. And yet, if you look at the numbers of people in those what we call impossible situations, and you look at, I think of people like that live in India, for instance. That's a really good example. People that live in India, their conditions there are, it's, from what I've seen, there's a lot of challenge with the pollution and the unclean environment and the conditions. There are a lot of people there, and cars going one way and people going the other way, and bikes at the same place, and animals all around. And it just seems impossible to those of us who live in the United States. And yet, when you meet those people, They are some of the happiest people I've ever known. Same thing with people that live in Africa. And um, yeah, people that live in Africa, I've noticed, or in Indonesia or in Pakistan, or, any of the other countries that I've never been to, many of them are super, super happy because they've learned how to adapt. They've learned how to be in the moment with the things that seem impossible to those of us who are watching. And they have learned how to be happy in the moment, how to embrace the unknown, how to embrace what feels like it's never going to end. So I invite you, living in whatever conditions you're living in, if you're feeling afraid, allow yourself to receive support. Allow yourself the choice to open your hands and receive from the divine, even if you don't know what that feels like or what it looks like or if it even matters. Allow yourself to experience that right now. Simply opening your hands and saying, yes, I accept. That begins a new journey for you. That starts the process of a new existence for you. And when we talk about moving from the third dimension to the fourth dimension and the fifth dimension and the sixth dimension, what that really means is expanding your ability to receive, saying yes to the spiritual energy that is always around you and inviting it into where you live in your body. So right now, if this doesn't resonate, like I don't know what you're talking about, then I'm going to invite you to experience it right now. So close your eyes if you can. I always have you close your eyes because that's a message to your body that you are willing to receive. You're willing to listen. So as you close your eyes, connect in with your breath once again. And if you're in a position where you can put your hands on your body safely without distraction, I always put one hand on my heart and one hand on my solar plexus or my stomach. And allow yourself to receive this information that your body has to give you. Ask a question that is most important for you to have answered right now. It might be as simple as, I don't know how to experience myself as anything other than a suffering human being. How can I experience myself as anything different? And allow your hands to be sensors or receivers, like magnets, of an answer that may be different. Be willing to have a different answer than you've always had. For me right now, I'm asking my body system to reveal to me, what is my part to play in the resolution of this war going on between Ukraine and Russia? What is my part to play even though I didn't cause it. I don't live in Russia. I don't live in Ukraine. I live in Washington State. What is my part? What is mine to do? And then what I do is I listen for the answer. So if you put your hands here and you're not receiving any answer for your question, you can put your hands on your ears and receive the answer that way. You can put your hand on your third eye and on your head, just allowing yourself to receive that information. You might reach up and grab that answer like this, just trust that you're receiving it. And what I receive from this question for myself is my part to play in that war that's continuing to go on. My part is to daily let go of my own judgment and blame of anything that I'm doing and anything anyone else is doing in my life. That is my part to play. And so, Creator of all that is, I now give you all of my judgment and blame towards my husband, towards my child, towards my business, towards the neighbors, towards how I feel about my weight. I give you all of my judgments and blame. I give it to you now. And I release it from my body system into the ethers. And I trust that you will take it and transform it into something beautiful. Anasaneke sanamanaki atanenana. E kurabanai teramayetu anamaya sanamai. It is not necessary for you to speak light language to release what you no longer need. You simply announce it to yourself as a mantra. I now release. I am willing to let go of this. I am willing to let a power outside of myself have this energy. I no longer am willing to hold this energy of fear, this energy of judgment, this energy of blame, this energy of mistrust. I allow myself to release this and have some other new energy come in as wisdom for myself in my life. Welcome back again. So that's a process that I use all the time to experience a new way of being. Okay? You can experience a new way of being, especially if the way you're feeling right now isn't working for you. If you no longer want to be experiencing blame and lack and unworthiness and judgment and fear and famine and poverty and you name it, whatever is going on with you, right? Just release it. Just let it go. This is the moment of power right now. Okay? All right. I am told to do one more thing for you before we end, which is to give you a little wisdom from a course that I created called the Full Body System Wellness Program. Full Body System Wellness Program, excuse me. And there's a ton of information in this program. I use it in my coaching on a regular basis. I use it to release through writing. All right, so they want me to assist you in what I used to call the daily hookup, which is also kind of a way to, it's a practice. It's a daily practice that you get to have, and you get to create it however you want to, of a ritual or a ceremony or a daily habit for inspiration, for discipline, for a daily regiment where you get to have something that you do every day that assists you in your life. So what I do is I connect in with my higher self. So that's simply allowing you to imagine a big ball of light above your head. Might be like a balloon or a sun that you've envisioned. Some kind of light above you. Spiritual light, spiritual energy. Might be gold in color, might be white in color. Whatever you envision is perfect. And if you're not necessarily a visual, but you're a feeler, or you sense color, or you sense sound, there's some way that you connect in. So allow that to happen for you. And I open my hands up and I ask my higher self to come into my body. This is the part of me that is the most connected to God's source, the most connected to who I am as a soul, and it is the most connected to my heart space. And so I ask that energy to come in to the top of my head, and imagine that it's coming right into the top of your head, and it'll come in. Energy follows thought. So the tops of our heads as babies are always soft for a reason, because we're the most connected to God's source as babies. And then it starts hardening as we get older in our bodies. But as babies, it's totally receptive and ready to connect. So imagine that spot is actually soft, and it can just allow that energy to penetrate into your brainstem, the whole skull that holds the brain. Bring it in and allow it to go into your eye sockets and your ears, your sinuses, your whole face, down into your throat and your neck. And just bring that energy all the way into where you live in your body. Just allow it to come in. Ooh. Right into here. And then I bring it all the way through my entire body, saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. I am now connected to the divine, to God's source, and we are now one. Okay? That's the first part of this daily hookup that I do. There are many other parts, but as time goes on, I'm going to share more with you. But that's the beginning. Okay? That's really the beginning of connection. And if that even feels like it's too much for you, simply allowing yourself to open your hands. Just open your hands to receive, palms up to the sky. Sometimes the best way to ask for help is to say, please help me. Help me. I don't know where the help is coming from or who it's coming from, but I need help now. Help me, please. And sometimes that help comes in the form of tears. And we have those tears release. And often when we let those tears release, we start receiving answers. And the moment that you start receiving answers, that is the moment where you are receiving help. And don't be surprised if it comes in all kinds of unexpected ways, because it will. And it's good. And you've asked, and so you're receiving now. So In the last few minutes, I just want to tell you that you are precious to me. You are precious to me in ways that can't even come through in human words. So what I want you to know is that my heart is connected to your heart, even if I don't know you. My heart and your heart are one. And my life mission in this lifetime is to give to you. And I mean that 100% unconditionally, no strings attached. And since I am all here for you, that's what my business is also committed to. So I am a radio show host. I am also a business owner with Bright Butterfly Enterprises, and I am always of service in every way. And right now, I have a great holiday special for you that I hope that you take me up on. If you go to my website at BRIGHT, Butterfly, BUTTERFLY, network, NETWORK.com, brightbutterflynetwork.com. On the first page, you'll see 3 different holiday specials that I have with lots of different great goodies in there. It's all about me paying forward to you the lifetime of inspiration and wisdom that I have gained through my commitment to Source and my commitment to being of service to you. And so I wear my heart on my sleeve because that's what I've been taught to do. And that's what I'm here to give to you. Okay. So please connect in with that particular page, the home page, and know that every page on my website has a wealth of information for you. And it will give you what you need in every moment. And I am so blessed to have you here. I'm so blessed that you've tuned in, and know that every week I am available for inspiration, for questions, for getting your needs met, for healing, for transmitting what light wants to be given to you as a soul, having a human experience. So please know that you are really important on this planet. You've chosen this adventure. So I look forward to seeing you next week at the same time and the same place, noon to 1 Pacific time. And until then, know that your life is up to you and choose wisely. Know that every moment counts. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Empower Me Show with Pam Bright on Transformation Talk Radio. Tune in to learn more about living a fully empowered life. Remember that your life is up to you, and you can choose the spiritual path you are on. There is spiritual energy and wisdom in everything and everyone around you. Listen carefully for what the universe is trying to tell you in every moment. You are already being guided along your journey. Call upon your spirit guides anytime you need help with anything. Know that you are safe in every moment, even if it seems that you are not. For more information about Pam Bright, visit brightbutterflyenterprises.com or email theempowermeshow@gmail.com. Thank you very much for listening. We hope to see you next week.